everyone who has come together in this time and this space, that we could be and just be. And so I'm grateful for the message that Rita and Patrick are bringing. I'm grateful for the music. I'm grateful for each one of us bringing our sense of unity to this place. And I know that this service simply unfolds with grace and with ease and with love and joy. And so knowing this is already an accomplished fact in the mind of God, I simply allow it to unfold perfectly. And together we say, and so it is. Amen.
Aloha, everyone, again. Let's just stay in this space for a moment as we light our peace candle and know that peace begins right where we are, within that place within us, as it radiates out into our experience as we sing our peace song of the day in the silence of the month, I should say. So turn to your programs.
In the silence there is peace. In the silence there is unspoken joy. In the silence there's release. As my heart opens up to the voice, I awake to these precious moments when I hear all that could ever be said. And right here in this holy silence I find God, I find myself.
And so it is. Thank you. Thank you, Reverend Diane, for that beautiful, beautiful meditation and invocation. Thank you, Michael and Carrie, for the amazing music that you brought to it. And so welcome again to Center for Spiritual Living Kauai. And if you're here for the first time, I'm Reverend Rita. This is Reverend Patrick, as we said before, in case you just walked in. And you are in a science of mind and spirit. That is what we practice. But we are not a religion. We are a way of life and a philosophy. So everyone that walks through our doors, we're not baptized into this. We welcome everyone. It's all-inclusive, and it has been all-inclusive since 1927, when the man Ernest Holmes brought together all the truths of the world that were based in love and said, I'm going to just put it all together. That's what he said. I'm just putting something together, and something that can help people to have better lives, because that's all he ever wanted. So we call it science of mind and spirit, because it's a science because we can prove it. And it's spirit because spirit is running through us at all times. And spirit works through law, basically, law being the science part of it, and manifesting through our lives. So that's a lesson in the science of mind and spirit.
There you go, a very nice lesson. Ernest Holmes also is what we like to call the practical mystic. It's great to know a whole bunch of stuff and to feel it and to actually commune, but it's really great when you can walk out the door and use it in your life on a day-to-day basis. That's kind of where we're at with this whole thing. So speaking of first time here, who is here for the very first time in this space? Our friend from LA is, I know that. Oh, who else? And you are? Yeah, welcome, welcome. Over here. Wow, look at this. Okay, well, now that you have identified yourself, guess what? We have something to say about you. I'll just get my notes here individually. Wait. Don't leave. Come back. No, just kidding. So what we know about you, and we're going to all share that, shall we? Shall we do that? You are magnificent. Yes. Did you know that? Did you know that? And guess how we knew that? Not because somebody called us. No, no, no. We knew it because we know it about ourselves. So shall we say that together? I am magnificent. Now, there's a little camera up there that's recording like everything that's happening here. So what stays in Kauai doesn't stay in Kauai. It happens here. It's out on the live stream thanks to Rob and Ray back there. So we want to say to everyone watching here on the island, didn't want to get out of bed, or the people on the mainland, let's say aloha and that they are magnificent as well. You ready? Aloha, you are magnificent. That feels very good, doesn't it?
Yes. Say it every day, as many times as you need to.
That's
it's the truth.
Now just look to your left or to your right and just tell somebody next to you that they're magnificent as well. You are magnificent, you're magnificent. You are magnificent, my friend. There we go. Hey, you are magnificent. Hello. Yes, Yeah.
You are magnificent.
All righty. Wasn't that fun? You okay? Yeah, always. Perfect. All righty. So before we go into our opening song, what's up? Yeah, we wanted to tell a little bit of something about our little fundraiser that we have for our
We want to keep
place.
you posted on it.
Rita and I had a little meeting about it, and I said, leave it into the top, and she said, let's meet halfway, thanks to our board member, and we met halfway and counted the bills that were in there, just to give you a little count for last month.
$227.
$227 in
We're
bills.
on our,
That's
that was
not
just
the
bills.
change.
We didn't count the change yet.
We
So.
start where we are. And then just one little quick thing that I have to share with you guys. A year ago, we were ordained in September, and our Rita mentioned it last week about our wonderful Reverend Paula, who gave us these beautiful ordination rings. But Rita didn't have, Rita had hers, but mine was not here yet, that arrived this morning. We're talking Celtic power, I'm just letting you know. The power is always from within, but boy, doesn't it look good when it shines, is what I say. So thankful. She got this for us for our ordination, and she wasn't able to be here, so she did a little ceremony. So it's kind of like being Pope, just letting you know. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
Please do not kiss his ring. Okay. All right.
Moving right along.
I think we're ready. For our Brady Bunch
Louise is
song.
on drums today.
Yeah. All right, so go ahead and stand up, everybody.
Rise up, everybody. Let's wake up, stretch our bodies.
In case you're here for the first time, we are the happy people.
Yes.
Here we go, Tom.
I think I'll go for a walk outside now. The summer sun's calling my name. I hear you now, I just can't stay inside all day. I gotta get out, give me some of those rays. Everybody's smiling, sunshine day. Everybody's laughing, sunshine day. Everybody seems so happy today. It's a sunshine day. Bum, 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 bum.
Go, Patrick.
I think I'll go for a walk outside now. The summer sun knows me by name. He's calling me. I gotta get out, gotta get out, gotta get away. I gotta get away, get away, get away. Into a sunshine day.
Sunshine's out. Look at it.
It's cold here, Patrick.
Sunshine inside.
I feel like I'm in romper room.
So what I know right now is that we are bouncing with sunlight. We are right here, right now, and we feel good. Do we feel good? I thought so. So no matter what is happening out there, we know what's happening inside of here. And that is sunshine, that is whatever is going on. It's the perfect thing. So knowing that, we just let this time of celebration unfold with love, excitement, joy, happiness, you name it, that's who we are. So let's say it together, and so it is. Hit it, Gary.
Here we go. I think I'll take a walk every day now. The summer sun show me the way. To be happy now, I just can't stay inside all day. I gotta get out, gotta some of those rays. Everybody's smiling, sunshine day. Everybody's laughing, sunshine day. Everybody seems so happy today. It's a sunshine day. It's a sunshine day.
Let's bring it down. It's a
Sunshine day.
It's a sunshiny day. Right here in our hearts. Not outside.
That was great.
That is our last day.
The
with
last
Brady
day of
Bunch.
the month, and it was like
That's right.
amazing.
That's
Oh,
right.
it's the last day of the month.
And if you're here for the first time, we'll get a little more enthusiastic about things the next time.
Okay, so again, we are just blessed. Yeah, I'm blessed to have our visiting minister here from Palm Desert. They come every summer, and it's Reverend Ruth Ann Banner, and we've asked her to come up and just share some words of wisdom with us. Welcome, Ruth Ann.
Whoa, I'm blessed. I love that. That's a great way to start, isn't it? So good morning to all of you. And I heard that verse here. Yeah, I did. So I'm going to bring it back. So if you're ever in Palm Desert, please come and see us at the Center for Spiritual Living. And if you're of the mind to get up around sunrise, I do the 7:15 a.m. service there. Well, right. So here we are, a sunny day. And you know, I love to start my talks with a joke, right? Now, as you heard, my husband and I come here every August now. And we've been doing that for years. We love Hawaii. But you know, it's really become kind of a hassle, the traveling and all. And like this man I'm going to tell you about, how about a highway to Hawaii from the mainland, right? Now this man, well, okay, I can understand that. I do get that. I in fact lived here for a time, and believe me, I came here to get away from that. But anyway, going on with my joke, or maybe I don't have to. This man asked God to build him a highway to Hawaii. Now God said, now I want you to really think about this. Do you know all the resources that it takes to build a highway to Hawaii, that Pacific Ocean? I mean, the tons of steel and concrete, the displacement of water, the change in shipping lanes. I mean, I really want you to reconsider. I mean, I'll give you what you want. So the man thought, and he said, well, you know, I do have something else that you could really help me out with. I love women, but I can never seem to stay in a relationship. Somehow I say the wrong thing or I do the wrong thing, and suddenly there I am alone again. God, could you please help me understand a woman? Now there was this silence, and then he heard God say, how many lanes did you want that highway? Right. So this theme this month is all about listening. Now, when I first heard that theme, the first thing that came to my mind is listening with my ear, listening to what other people are saying. But you know what? I read that we really never hear what other people mean, because we always come with our own perceptions that have been colored by our experiences, our beliefs and attitudes. Well, that's just one definition of listening. There's another one that's broader and I think even more valuable. It simply means to be attentive, to be present, to be open to the moment, to be free of the past. and to forget about the future. Just be there. And when you are there, you are present to the presence. Suddenly you hear with your inner ear. Dr. Holmes had a wonderful way of putting it. He said, when we are still and receptive to life, when we let life flow through us into all that we do, all that we say, all that we think, without worry and complaint, when we have truly entered into that secret place of the soul, there complete quiet reigns supreme, and God talks to us. God talks to us. Just listen. So you know that God is always talking, and God talks to each one of us in the way that we understand. And it could be different for each one of us, and in fact, as our relation changes with God, it differs for us. Now, I first met these wonderful reverends, and my gosh, the magnificent work that they have done here is such a credit to our organization. We were experiencing what we call intensive week, the end of our ministerial studies. And we were coming from various and sundry locations in California, as well as out of California. We had some people from Hawaii, I believe. And we had different teachers. But this week we were all together. We were experiencing even more information that was really coming quickly. And we were also sharing talks together, so we got to know each other. And somehow I came away with the nickname, the DJ Rev. Now, how did I get that name? Because God talks to me in music. And whenever you give me something to think about, almost instantly, a song comes to my mind. So I have a song for you today. It's a song that I bet a lot of you've heard by a group that a lot of us grew up with that had the name of an insect. Do you remember the Beatles? And it goes like this. Listen, do you want to know a secret? Do you promise not to tell? Closer. Let me whisper in your ear. Say the words you long to hear. I'm in love with you. I'm in love with you. Now, of course, this is a love song. Now, you might think that this is just between two people. But who is the greatest lover of all? Our Creator. And how does that Creator show us its love? By giving all this lush magnificence, by giving us our very lives, and by continuing to support us in its love for us. So I'm asking you right now to listen. Listen for the music around you. Listen to the music of the wind that blows through the palm fronds. Listen to the music of the rain that is dropping, pitter-patter or more. Listen to the crashing of the waves as they lick the shores. And if you're really quiet, listen to the rhythm of your breath. Listen to the beating of your heart. And you will hear the words, I'm in love with you. Those are my thoughts. Thank you.
Thank you, my love. Mwah.
So, thank you, Reverend Ruth Ann. Thank you so much. It's always good to hear other people's perspectives on things and hear the words in different ways, because it just takes that one time for something to click with us, and we never know where it's going to come from. So thank you. Thank you. So now we will turn the time over to our beautiful love beings, Michael and Carrie, to enchant us and inspire us with their music. Thank you.
I was sitting on our porch the other morning, and I looked out and I saw this white owl. I thought it was a white owl around our area, right? And the song Spirit Bird came to mind by Xavier Rudd, and so I added some lyrics that I wrote on a lanai that Patrick and Rita were watching a house a while back. So today's message is someone is listening, so just a reminder to really listen to the spirit bird within, the spirit bird that flies in your heart.
Give it time and wonder why. Do what you can. Laugh while we cry. We sleep in your dust, 'cause we've seen this all before. Culture fades with tears and grace, leaving us stunned, silence and space. We've seen this all. We've seen this all before.
Of a modern kind,
Doing brand new work. Same spirit by my side, joining hearts and hands. Ancestral twine, ancestral twine. Imani, yo, yo, yo. Imani, yo, yo, yo. Imani, yo, 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 yo. Imani, yo, yo, yo. Imani, yo, yo, yo. Imani, yo, 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 yo. Mist is rolling in. I see you again, my friend. You keep me safe and warm upon your grounds. You make my spine rise, and I see you not one last time. I used to think that you were a dream, but now I scream. I scream with life, with love, with happiness, with joy. Imani, yo, yo, yo. Imani, yo, yo, yo. Imani, yo, 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 yo. Imani, yo, yo, yo. Imani, yo, yo, yo. Imani, yo, yo, yo.
I am so grateful. Thank you. So I want to start by saying that in our philosophy, we never give advice. And be careful the things you say. As the song goes, children will listen. So we're very careful of never ever giving advice, but only leading the person back to themselves. So anything that I ever say from up here, I'm never telling you what to do or any of that. All I'm hopefully doing is expressing what works for me, and that if it touches a string of truth in you, that you'll know what to do with that information. So I always talk for myself and what I've experienced. And I've been working this philosophy for a long time. And when I first got to LA, I was introduced to Science, Mind, and Spirit. And I was introduced because the minister was saying something like, you can have your heart's desire. And it really struck me deeply, because that's what I wanted, was my heart's desire. And as I came into the philosophy, I learned what that meant and how I had to learn how to think in order to have my heart's desire and to live my life from that place. So Ernest Holmes, well, actually wasn't Ernest Holmes, this is an anonymous quote that I read that says, when you achieve alignment with the source that lies within you, then you've aligned yourself with the most powerful force in the universe. When you achieve alignment with the source that lies within you, then you've aligned yourself with the most powerful force in the universe. So how many people here want something better for their lives? I mean, we all are growing, right, and expanding. We have lots of good things, right? But sometimes we want more. We want better health, maybe. We want better relationships. We want better jobs. We want better whatever. We just want to express more, because that's what Spirit does. Spirit, through us, expresses. It expresses, and it expresses more and more and more, and it wants more all the time to express, because that's what when we use this word God, that's Spirit, source, whatever you want to call it, that's flowing through each and every person here that just wants to express. And that's what love is, the self-givingness of Spirit in the form of creative expression. That's what we are. So we want more of that. So in what we call healing here, like we want more of that stuff in our life, right? We want to express more. Healing isn't fixing something, because everything is already perfect. We're not like going out trying to fix our lives or fix other people or any of that. What we're doing instead is revealing the truth within ourselves. So healing is revealing. So we all want to reveal the highest place within us. We say that every Sunday, and live from that place. So we also say that it's done unto us as we believe. That's the real root of this whole philosophy. It is done unto us as we believe. And that is because our whole life is created by our beliefs. And if you look out at your life, you're going to see what you believe. Because that's all you have, is what you believe to look out at. So what do you got to do? If you don't like what you're looking at, you've got to change what you believe. So Ernest Holmes wrote, and this is in the Essential Ernest Holmes that we're going to be studying, what you are deeply feeling is usually what you are establishing in mind as cause. It is the pattern for what you will receive. So whatever you're deeply feeling is coming from your beliefs. And whatever that is, the thing that's listening, what we're talking about today, is that place within you that makes everything manifest in your life. We call it the law. That's kind of like a cold word. But we do believe in the law of cause and effect. So cause is creating your life. Whatever your cause is, whatever you're believing, but really feeling, that's what does the work. So this morning, well, first I want to tell you this. We use another term. I'm getting a little teachy today, but I think it's okay. We use another term called race consciousness. And when we say this word, everybody gets all their hair standing up because they think we mean something that we don't mean. Okay. What Ernest Holmes meant by race consciousness was this. Race consciousness is the sum of all human belief. The sum of all human belief that exerts an influence on each of us. Okay, so we're swimming in a sea of belief, of everybody's beliefs, because we're all living in this one space, this one mind, right? And so all the beliefs are just floating out there. In fact, Ernest Holmes once said, if you looked at it, you could look at it like a picture gallery, that everything that's ever happened on Earth, in the universe, for that matter, is there, like a picture gallery. And we get to choose whatever it is we want to buy into. This is the part that's hard for people. We get to choose whatever we want to buy into. Otherwise, there would be no salvation for us. We would just be floating around. And now a lot of people do that, right? They're just living their lives unconsciously, and they're wondering what happened to them. Does it mean that our lives are going to be perfect? No, right now we believe that we live through challenge. So we create lots of challenges for ourselves. If anybody saw the movie on Friday night, you know what I'm talking about. We create challenges to grow because we're always growing, we're always creating, we're always expressing. So we express from what we know and what we believe. So sometimes challenges come up. But what we also, there's a race consciousness that says that challenges are the way we learn. And what we're coming to now in this next stage of evolution is we're coming to the idea that maybe we don't have to learn through challenges. Maybe we can switch that all around and say we can learn through love. We can learn through being happy and joyful. Who knows what's in store for us as we move our consciousness higher, right? If we still stay down here thinking about challenges, it's all fine, and we're all going to get to the same place. We're all evolving, where it's all, always happening. It's endless, it's infinite. I really truly believe that. But why not just for a minute? Remember last week I told you about Kama, our cat, right? Whoever was here, it was the perfect. And I said, I have the choice to believe that cat's never coming back, or I have the choice to believe that cat is coming back. And so we stayed firm in the belief that the cat was coming back. We didn't know where she was. We knew she was in her highest good, but she was coming back. We walked out of here on Sunday, went up to feed the other cat, and we heard suddenly, meow, meow, and she was coming back up the hill after being gone for 8 days. So to me, yeah, I mean, I'm not like a hero or anything, but the point I'm trying to make is I had a choice. I could believe one way or the other way. This morning I woke up and I was like, Patrick will love me for this. It's 5 o'clock in the morning, and I'm like going, you know what? I feel really insecure right now. We don't have this and we don't have that. I have no roots, really. I mean, I'm just basically moving and living and breathing from day to day. We gave up everything when we came to Kauai, blah, 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 blah. And and then I went, wait, stop. I don't want to think that way. My whole life, I've always been taken care of. And that's what I choose to believe, that I'm always taken care of. And I chose this life. I chose it. And then I said, oh, I don't have roots. I've been having this thing. I want to put roots in the ground. Well, I know. I have roots. They're called spiritual roots. And those are the best roots that you can have. What did you say? Oh, plant a garden. Well, that was the thing. I was saying I can't plant a garden because it's not my house, but I can, right? Okay. No, right. So it was all in my mind. I was making up all this stuff in my mind and creating havoc in my mind. And I think that's what we do sometimes because, and I'm going to say it again, we buy into race consciousness. And the race consciousness, what does it say? You're supposed to live your life this way. You get your house and you grow up and you have a family and you do this and you do that. And I don't know about, there's a lot of people in this room that didn't do that at all. And they're still fine. So we are all unique, beautiful individuals living our life from that highest place. So Ernest says, the rest of that quote, he says about race consciousness and that it exerts its influence on us. He said, yet our individual choice is supreme and able to transcend any collective limitations. And when it does so, the whole collective reality is lifted up to a field of new possibilities. Yeah, right? The whole collective reality. So it's not just, our individualization of that, it's everything. So as we lift ourselves up, like we do here every Sunday, and as we go out, I'm knowing that we go out in the world and take it with us in our own way and lift up the consciousness of whoever we're working with or playing with or whatever we're doing. We're lifting the whole planet and the universe, for that matter, because we don't know what else is out there, right? We know there's something out there. It would be egotistical to think we were the only ones. I mean, I've had my alien experiences. That's another talk. Anyway, so look at the good we're doing. As we lift ourselves up, that's why we say I'm magnificent every Sunday. We say I'm magnificent because if we don't believe it about ourselves, how are we going to believe it about anybody else? I know it's elementary, really, it's elementary. So anyway, I could tell you a whole lot, but it's getting late. But I'm thinking of that with the movie we saw. Hopefully I'm pronouncing her name right, Immaculée, the lady from Rwanda who survived all those months in the closet with her family. It was such a touching story, and if you haven't heard the story, go look it up. But when she came to the place where she could raise her mind to a place of love and forgiveness, instead of going back into the old patterns, and she was tortured and saw her family killed and slaughtered in a genocide, when she could raise her mind and she said, what do I choose? And all these faces appeared in front of her, faces of people that had done great, evil in the world, and people that had done great good. And she said, where would I want to be in this scheme of things? Would I want to be over here with these people that are hurting people, or would I want to be over here in love? And when she chose love, and she chose something different than her race consciousness of her country said, because everybody thought she was crazy for being forgiving, her whole life opened up. And she was able to go forth and live and inspire others. And it just would never have happened that way. Who knows what would have happened to her. But anyway, here she is. She has a book, and she's inspired all of us. So, I don't know. I'm just saying, this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm inviting you to do. I'm inviting you to think from a different place, whatever that is for you, but love. And to take that, and I got a little affirmation for you. Stephanie inspired me because in our class, I'll put them in the bookstore. In our class, we were talking about this affirmation, and in the book, it's listed in the U tense. So we took it and put it in the I tense. So it's this, and I'm going to close with it. And you can take it or leave it. Here it is. It works for me. There is but one power, intelligence, and consciousness in the universe. But one presence, this one presence cannot change. There is nothing for it to change into but itself. It is changeless, and it is my life now. It is in me now. And here comes the part. No form of race suggestion, belief in limitation, subjective idea of limitation, thought of karma, fatalism, theology of hell, horoscope, or any other false belief has no power over me. I accept none of them. If I have ever believed in them, if I have ever believed that the stars govern me, or that my environment governs me, or that my opportunities govern me, I recognize this as a hypnotic condition into which I have fallen, and deny every one of them until there is no longer anything in me that believes in them. There is but one power, intelligence, and consciousness in the universe, but one presence. That presence and power is my life now. And I will add that it is love. So thank you. Aloha. I'll put them in the bookstore.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Here's my beautiful husband.
Yes,
Finish
5
it off.
a.m. 5 a.m., just to let you know. And that's okay, because when you're in a partnership, things like that happen. The only funny thing about it is when she became all relieved, like, I feel really good now. I was there under the covers in terror, because I had to take a little sweep of my life of this, and I went, I wasn't even thinking about these things. Thank you. Someone is listening.
Careful the things you say. Someone is listening.
Right. So what could I possibly add? Well, a lot, but someone is listening. I really thought that today. I thought, what is this thing that we talk about that is listening? Some people call it God, some people call it whatever they want to call it, but something's listening. And we even say self-talk, right? So who you talking to? And then we pray. And sometimes I was raised in praying to something. And I was thinking of all of those messages that I received that were good, and some of them not so good. But something that came to me was this idea of Santa Claus. Now, it's interesting because I love Santa Claus. I don't know if anybody else loves Santa Claus. love Santa Claus. And so you might be saying to yourself, why would you be discussing Santa Claus in August? So it's coming soon. But what I got from it was, what did I hear in some of the songs? Now, I'm not here to be a killjoy, but I was just thinking of this song, Santa Claus is Coming to Town. That is so great, right? All that anticipation that Santa Claus is coming to town. But I looked at Santa Claus kind of the way I looked at God, right? But this is what all of a sudden it hit me. You better watch out. You better not cry. You better not pout. I'm telling you why. There you go. So, of course, I said to myself, just so you'll know, I said to myself, I really want to do this talk, and we haven't had too many children today, but naturally they all came out in the rain today, and we welcome you here. And I said, of course, I'm going to do this, and there will be children here. And so it is. So going back to you better watch out, you better not cry. Now, this is the Santa that that I don't believe in, because I believe in the Santa that says, I love you. I believe in that Santa, but it goes on. Santa Claus is, he's making a list, checking it twice, gonna find out who's naughty and nice. Santa Claus is coming to town. Now, as I started to hear the words, we've been singing it like, Santa Claus is coming, and I'm thinking, I'm scared now. Hold on. He sees you when you're sleeping. He knows when you're awake. He's watching. He's got cameras at my house, FYI. He knows if you've been bad or good, so be good for goodness sake. Now, I'm not going to throw anybody into trauma over this, but really think about it for a moment. And it was so funny. My PT, wonderful woman down the street, she said, so what you talking about this Sunday? And so I gave her a little bit of this. And when she left, she was so upset. She was like, thanks a lot, Patrick. But this is not the point of it. The real Santa Claus, who I still know and lives inside of me, is filled with love and isn't making a checklist and isn't telling me and sitting up there going, Patrick's doing this and Patrick's doing that. That Santa Claus is filled with absolute spirit. That's why Santa Claus is still so popular in my life. But I thought of Santa as I was raised with a God, the Word God, that also was making lists. And also, I always said it in Catholic, and I want to just let you know something. My idea is never to see the difference in religions or anything else about that. It's about belief. And no one, if anyone ever tries to take away your God, whatever that may be, then run for the hills. Because that is your belief, that is your being. But I really want to get to what we're listening to. Am I listening to this idea that someone is constantly judging me? Someone's listening. Who is that? And when I thought of Santa Claus, I thought, all of these years I sang it with such, wow. He knows in you. I'm thinking, did you ever listen to the words for just a moment? And did I ever listen to when I had to intercede through other people, other saints? I had Saint Teresa. I was very fond of her, by the way, growing up. She was a very kind of modern day saint. And I went to her because I thought she was listening, because I felt whatever I interpreted and I heard that God was not listening, that I had to get a special message up to him through that. And then as I became more involved in this philosophy, and not just Ernest Holmes, I'm talking about the philosophy that's in our very cellular system. I'm not talking about any gurus. I'm not talking about mystics. I'm not talking about anything. I'm talking about that thing that you can listen to that has been here since the very beginning. And I contacted that presence again the other day, that communion. And I love this, what came up. I told Rita it was fascinating. This thing that we call by many names And I invite you to not get hung up on names. People say, well, when you say God, I shut down. Well, I love you, but that's not my responsibility when you shut down. Your responsibility is to stay open to whatever it is. I would be sleepless nights trying to find the right words that are going to please each and every one of you on a weekly basis. It would really be exhausting. But what I do know is that there's a power, there's a source that lives inside of me. So I asked this power, I said, I'm really listening. What do you have to say? And it said to me, as me, it said, I love you, Patrick, just the way I am. It didn't quite have all the other sounds, but that was lovely. But listen to that. Patrick, and put your name in it. I love you. Remember the song, I love you just the way you are? I love you just the way I am. And I don't know about you, but I couldn't get any closer to this thing called good, this thing called God. That when I heard that I heard that the someone that I've been talking to all of these years, through whatever religion, through whatever has been as near as my next breath and has been the literally who I am. This power said, I love you because I am you. So there is nothing for me to seek. There's nothing for me to find, but there is a lot for me to live. Isn't that an interesting concept? So I found this wonderful quote by Ernest Holmes that says, by some inner mystic presence, I was told to live and to love, to laugh and be glad. I was told to be still and know of the one almighty power in and through all. I was told to let the power work through and in me. I believed that voice. I believed that voice, and I received my good. It's like what Rita was saying. You're not here to believe me, believe books, believe what Santa Claus said to you. You're not here to strike up bargains. Santa Claus loves you. And there's nothing you need to do to get that love. Whatever spirit, whatever life is, well, you do have to mind your parents. That's just one of the things that goes with it. But I'm just letting you know. I have to always be careful there because everybody, I don't have to do what you say. You're not my boss. No. But the whole idea, it just pours through me. I have no idea where it comes, but I do know one thing about today. Today has a beautiful energy. And today's about waking up again. Today is about remembering that all the Santa Clauses, all the gods, all the things that you've ever wanted or needed is right where you are. So, to close, do you believe in Santa? Right. Do you believe in you? Yeah, that's where it all begins. And I just know that whenever, Rumi says it wonderful, there's a voice that doesn't use words. And I have said many times, that would not be me. But, and also, remember, laughter is healing at all times. I love you, but most of all, I love you just the way I am. The I am that I am. Spirits coming to town. Spirits in town. Spirits in town. Namaste.
Okay. So this is our time of giving. Take a deep breath. Oh, life is good. And thank you so much in advance. We both thank you. This center thanks you for all your giving here in consciousness, in money. Money is God in action. And we use it to bring this ministry forward into the world, into our lives, into your lives. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And so let's read our wonderful Raymond Charles Barker quote in your program that I changed last week because Patrick changed a word in it. So it's, I love money. I believe that it is God's activity and that it is good. I use it with wisdom. I release it with joy, and I send it forth without fear. For I know that under a divine law, it comes back to me increased and multiplied. And so it is.
So it is.
Take it away, Carrie.
Grateful for life, grateful for love, grateful to all within and above. Here in our hearts we can be eternally free. Grateful for life, grateful for love, grateful to all within and above. Here in our hearts we can be eternally free. Giving from a place of purity, honoring our spirit and integrity. Here in this place, creating a world that works for everyone. Giving from a place of purity, honoring our spirit and integrity. Here in this place, creating a world that works for everyone.
So what I know right here and right now is just gratitude for the gifts in this basket, gratitude for the consciousness in this room, gratitude for life itself pouring through each and every one of us in abundance and prosperity. I know that everything that we give comes back to us 100-fold, and I'm so grateful for this. Grateful for the love in this room. Grateful, just grateful. As I release this word, as I say, and so it is.
Grateful for life, grateful for love, grateful to all within and above. Here in our hearts, we can be eternally free.
And so it is.
So it is.
All right.
How's everyone feeling? Good?
Good. All right.
Just one thing I wanted to say about the children. Just
that's
a
good.
little quick. We had a meeting last week, and the children, we've been trying to build this, and we're going to build this, and we continue to build this children's program, just so you'll know. And what we're doing right now is we're getting a whole curriculum together. We met with Janice, and we're trying to get that commitment from parents and people that know that they have their children to go ahead and let us know, because I think that is part of this thriving community that we have. Is, can you imagine, at least I am, if I was like their age and I sat here and I could hear some of this stuff, and that would have really altered a lot of the way I think about my life. And so we really believe in it. Right now, we're just, if you are interested in coming back and building a youth program, just leave us your name, leave us something so that we can continue to meet with Janice and then get this whole program going, because I know it's on its way. And I'm always laughing because the moment that you let go, we talked about that. We said the moment you go, you know what, we'll just let it go for now, and then in comes the youth, in comes the youth. And so we just know that that's a lesson to behold right there, just to not push so hard and just to let things be.
It's all
what they need to
unfolding
be.
perfectly.
So thank you very much, and thank you for coming today.
Yeah.
And I think that's
Should we have a little happy birthday before we close
I
out?
think we should.
For all our
August birthdays, where are you?
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear ones. Happy birthday to you.
Oh, we got somebody.
We got Hanabai today going to sing our.
All right, shall we?
Oh, I
last
love
song.
this.
Hanabai, everyone.
Welcome, welcome.
Thank you. Shall we stand for our closing? Hey, Hawaii.
There'll be dessert afterwards, cake and
stay for
good
cake.
stuff.
Are we ready? Okay.
E Hawaii e kuone hanawe, kuhome kulai vine.
in gratitude right now for this beautiful time we've had together. Thank you for coming here today and sharing your consciousness. I give great gratitude for all the people in service today, for Michelle for her beautiful announcements, for Deborah and Stephanie at the door greeting you with love, for Reverend Diane and her beautiful meditation and invocation, for the words of wisdom shared with us by Ruth, Reverend Ruth, for Rob and Ray back there live streaming and making sure our global community has the message and feels the community here, to Roseanne for all she did, bringing the treats today, and for the programs that she makes for us every week, for Ron for just heading the hospitality so spectacularly, and for the bookstore with Reverend Diane and all the amazing wisdom and knowing that's there that we get to embrace. And to Michael and Carrie for their beautiful music today, and Luis for joining them, and Sue, thank you, mahalo, and our special guests. Yeah, thank you. So I just know we're all unfolding perfectly, and we're just rolling out of this place with all that love and goodness in our hearts to share with others. So I just let it be so, as I say. And so it is.